Pakistan helped create the Taliban. Pakistan provided weapons to the Taliban. Pakistan brought the Taliban to power. When their regime collapsed, Pakistan provided them with a safe haven. Now the Taliban are back in power, and here's their return gift to Pakistan. Refugees. An unprecedented number of refugees. They're entering Pakistan by the thousands. Some are coming through border crossings. Others are being smuggled into Pakistan. There are a total of 2.6 million registered Afghan refugees globally, 2.6 million. Out of these, 1.4 million refugees are in Pakistan alone. That's more than half of the global tally. And this is just the registered figure. There are tens of thousands of undocumented Afghans living in Pakistan. Thousands more on their way. Pakistan is worried. On the 7th of August, they shut their doors to Afghan refugees. Pakistan vowed to not let any more Afghans enter. After Kabul fell, the borders were opened partially. Selected refugees were being allowed to cross under international pressure. Where are they entering from? There are 5 major border crossings between Pakistan and Afghanistan: the Khyber Pass, Torkham, Ghulam Khan and Angur Adda. Pakistan has shut these 4. The 5th one is the Spin Boldak border crossing. It's the only one that's still open. But the situation there is worse than what it was at the Kabul airport a few days back. Look at these images. Thousands of refugees remain stranded at Spin Boldak, crammed like a herd of animals, waiting for their turn to cross. And Pakistan is making them wait for days, hoping that they'll eventually give up and return home. Those who are being allowed to enter are not being allowed to go far from the border. They have no food, no clothes, no shelter. They remain stranded near the border at a 10-foot deep trench separated by barbed wire.
I have come from Afghanistan. We and our children are homeless. The situation was bad because of the war. We have neither land nor employment here. We have come here and sat at the houses of our loved ones. Now we are forced to beg by the roadside. It is difficult for children to get 2 meals a day. We pray to God.
Pakistan's disregard for human dignity is appalling. Its self-delusion even worse. Look at the headline on your screen. Pakistan's Interior Minister Sheikh Rashid says that not a single Afghan has been granted refugee status till now, and neither does Islamabad plan to do so in the future. Why? Because Pakistan fears that terrorists may try to enter their country in the garb of refugees. That's rich from a country whose biggest export is terrorism. The fact is, Pakistan doesn't have the appetite to accommodate more refugees. It doesn't have the resources or the money to keep them. It played blood games in Afghanistan. It armed the Taliban, brought them to power, legitimized their rule. How could karma not hit back? But for many in Pakistan, the realization still hasn't kicked in. They're singing praises of the Taliban, unfurling their flags, chanting their slogans, telling the world how good they are. On the list of the Taliban's admirers have been cricketers like Shahid Afridi and wannabe politicians like Shahid Afridi. At a recent press conference, Shahid Afridi said the Taliban should be accepted because they have come with a very positive mind. You have to listen to this.
तालिबान आए हैं इस वक्त और बड़े पॉजिटिव फ्रेम ऑफ माइंड के साथ आए हैं। ये चीज़ हमें पहले नजर नहीं है और माशाल्लाह ये चीज़ें बड़ी ज़बरदस्त पॉजिटिविटी की तरफ चीज़ें नजर आ रही हैं कि लेडीज़ को काम करने की इजाज़त, पॉलिटिक्स में बाकी जॉब्स की तरफ उनको मतलब इजाज़त है। एंड देन क्रिकेट को सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं। क्रिकेट सीरीज हो जाती है जैसे हमें पूरी सिचुएशन ठीक नहीं थी, सीरीज नहीं हुई। मैं समझता हूँ कि तालिबान क्रिकेट को बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद है।
He spoke as if it was a post-match press conference. And did you hear what he said at the end? I believe the Taliban love cricket. We didn't know that was a criterion to accept them. And if it is, we dare Shahid Afridi to pull off his most famous trick with the Taliban, tampering cricket balls. It would be interesting to see the punishment the Taliban would mete out for such foul play. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.